There are 7 My Singing monsters that perfectly represent the 7 deadly sins, but on the other side, there are also 7 monsters that perfectly represent the exact opposite, the 7 heavenly virtues. Today, we're going to be going over what makes each monster fit each one of their sins and virtues, starting with pride versus humility. Pride. Pride is when someone thinks they're way more important than they really are. The monster that fits pride best is Bamibeth. Think about it. Bamibeth was created by Zero, who wanted to make the ultimate experiment. Its bio says that it's the pinnacle of Zero's work and the top boss of the workshop, showing that both Zero and Bamibeth think of it as the greatest creation ever. That pride from its creator is built right into the monster itself. Even its song brags with lines like, "Creations of a mastermind, our song is simply too unstable." It shows off, but it also admits it's unstable, which fits how pride can hide weakness. Since Zero's own pride made Bamibeth, the monster ends up representing that sin too. Pride shows when the goal isn't just to create, but to prove you've created something better than anyone else ever could. Humility. Humility is the virtue of modesty and honesty. It means recognizing your own strengths and weaknesses without being arrogant and contributing without seeking attention or praise. The monster that I think fits this one best is Cranky. Looking at Cranky's bio, it says that some people can even mispronounce its name as Cranky, because the mythical that created it can seem a little standoffish. Its bio also explains that Cranky actually came from Strombonen's companion, the little Strombone's dream, rather than its own creator's dream, which highlights how it's part of a larger team rather than being the star on its own. Cranky has a combination of aquatic and glacial traits, and while its voice changes depending on whether it's underwater or in the open air, it is always a pleasant contribution to the mythical song. This shows how Cranky connects to humility. It contributes to the monster world without demanding attention or recognition, and its talents and unique traits are used to support the song and community, not to make itself seem superior. Cranky reminds us that being talented doesn't necessarily mean being prideful. Quiet, steady contributions can be just as valuable, which perfectly reflects the virtue of humility. The next comparison on our list is greed versus charity. And is greed. Greed is the sin of always wanting more, even when you already have enough. A monster that fits this idea perfectly is Adult Syncopite. Its bio says that it waited a long time for its crystals to grow into hands, and once they did, it couldn't stop waving them around. On top of that, Adult Syncopite decorates itself with a gold chain and golden rings, showing off wealth as if the crystals weren't already enough. Even its catchphrase, as mentioned in its bio, "Can't touch this," is a nod to the MC Hammer song, which was all about being untouchable and flashy. That makes Adult Syncopite's attitude feel greedy, not just happy with what it has, but obsessed with showing it off and keeping it out of reach. So Syncopite represents greed through its crystals, its gold, and its need to keep flaunting the fact that he has bands. Treasure that no one else can touch. It is charity. Charity is the virtue of love and generosity. It means caring for others, giving to those in need, and putting the well-being of others before yourself. The monster that I think fits this one best is Fiddle. Looking at Fiddle's bio, it says that this monster is nestled cozily among the clovers and is bright-eyed with a love for fiddling and partying. Even though it is a seasonal monster and not seen very often by other monsters, when it does appear, it brings joy and cheer to those around it. Its bio also says that there is a rumor that Fiddle can use its snout to sniff out hidden caches of coins, but instead of keeping these coins for itself, it generously distributes them among its fellow monsters. This act of generosity is exactly what connects Fiddle to the virtue of charity. It does not focus on greed or keeping treasures for itself, but instead shares what it finds with others. Its cheerful, party-loving personality also spreads happiness to the community. Fiddle is a monster that gives both joy and resources, showing what true charity looks like. The next comparison that we have is going to be Lust versus Chastity. We have lust. Lust is the sin of craving physical desire or passion too strongly. For this one, I almost went with Candelabra since I've seen other people suggest it, but there really wasn't any proof of this in the slightest bit. So instead, I chose Frog. Its bio states that when Frog emerges from the mud, it sings passionately, to attract a companion. The call is described as hypnotic and stirs the most primal feelings of excitement in other monsters. That kind of language goes beyond just singing. It's about pulling others in with raw desire. Vlog doesn't hide this either. Its whole purpose for singing is just to find a mate. That direct focus on passion and attraction makes it fit lust much more clearly than Candelabra or any other monster for that fact. Chastity. Chastity is the virtue of purity and self-control, respecting yourself and others, and keeping desires in harmony with love and reason. The monster that I think fits this one best is Cana. Looking at Cana's bio, I think you can see where I got this from. Its story says that Cana was thought to be lost in ancient times, and that it was discovered encased in amber on Tribal Island. Later, a new generation of monsters began to appear, called back by the mysterious pool of relics from deep inside the volcanic core. The bio also explains that no discovery shook the monster world quite like Cana's return because it brought back the lost natural element of fire. Another part of its description talks about Cana reuniting with the other monsters and sharing lots of exciting stories and memories from long ago. These memories came from a time when the monster world was, quote-unquote, new and joined together in great harmony. That harmony connects directly to the meaning of chastity, which is about keeping things pure and balanced and living with love and reason. This shows that Cana's role is not only to bring back the fire element, but also to help reconnect the monster world by reminding everyone of the unity they once had. Because of this, Cana fits chastity almost perfectly. Next, we have envy versus kindness. This is envy. Envy is the sin of wanting what someone else has or trying to be just like them. The monster that fits this best is Mimic. Its bio says that Mimic has been hiding in the monster world ever since the dawn of fire, copying other monsters' appearances and sounds. Lately, it's even been pretending to be a relic-seeking fire monster. This shows it wants what others have. It's not satisfied being itself and constantly tries to take the place of someone else. Mimic's powers make it extra tricky. It can bend light and create a mysterious atmosphere so that it can fool other monsters. That ability to imitate and be what it's not makes Envy a perfect fit, because it's all about wanting to match or surpass others instead of being content with what it is. Kindness. Kindness is the virtue of compassion, goodwill, and treating others with care and respect. It means looking out for others and spreading positivity whenever possible. To be honest, I can't pick a specific monster for this one. I'd say that every single monster in the game honestly fits kindness. But if I had to pick one, I'd go with Epic Wisp solely because I could. But I'm just going to skip over this one because I feel like there's no true clear winner here. Moving on, we have Gluttony versus Temperance. This is Gluttony. Gluttony is the sin of overindulgence or taking more than what you need. The monster that fits this one best is Rare Flugel. Its bio alone says that Rare Flugel thinks the most delicious food is the food someone else is eating. It quietly hovers near feasts, brunches, and midnight snacks, swiping stray bites whenever it can. Even though it apologizes when caught, the fact that it can't resist taking extra shows the essence of gluttony, wanting more than its fair share. So Rare Flugel represents gluttony through its sneaky appetite and constant desire to grab food, even when it's not its own. Temperance. Temperance is the virtue of moderation and balance. It means being able to enjoy good things in life without going overboard and keeping your choices guided by wisdom instead of by too much desire. The monster that I think fits this one best is Adult Tort. Looking at Adult Tort's bio, it says that everything is sunshine and good vibes for the Adult Tort. It also mentions that Adult Tort bleaches its hair so that it can always look ready for the beach. At first, the bio even hints at the idea that maybe Adult Tort is hiding some self-doubt and feelings of unworthiness behind this look, but then it quickly says, nah, this Celestial's got the right attitude. This really shows how Adult Tort connects to Temperance. Even though it could seem like it is pretending or trying too hard, the bio makes it clear that it is genuinely balanced and confident in who it is. Adult Tort doesn't let self-doubt control it, and it lives with an even, positive attitude. Its sunshine and good vibes are an example of living in moderation and harmony, which is exactly what Temperance is about. The next comparison on our list is going to be Wrath versus Patience. Wrath. Wrath is the sin of anger and rage that you cannot control. The monster that I think fits this best is obviously Grumpire. Its bio says that you can never really tell what mood it's in. Its face shifts between looking sad, happy, or afraid, but you can't really trust what you see. That unstable emotion connects to wrath, since anger can flip on and off suddenly. Its design also sells the idea. Grumpire's black and red, colors often linked with rage, and it's surrounded by a cloud of black smoke at all times. It has very sharp horns, and its thick, heavy eyebrows make it look constantly mean or on edge. Even when it isn't mad, its appearance still gives off the feeling of wrath wanting to boil over. So between its unstable moods, shadowy presence, and fierce design, Grumpire makes a strong fit for wrath. Is patience. Patience is the virtue of calm endurance, forgiveness, and responding to challenges without anger. It means waiting without frustration and keeping a peaceful attitude even when things are slow or difficult. The monster that I think fits this one best is Blossom, though I did almost go with Flummox before anyone comments that one. Looking at young Blossom's bio, it says that this monster emerged from its ancient shell like a flower blossoming in the early days of spring, which already shows the idea of waiting and growth over time. The bio also talks about how young Blossom lost one of its legs during its renewal, and even though many experts studied it, no one could figure out why this happened. Despite this loss, Blossom is undeterred and continues to move around happily. This shows how Blossom connects to the virtue of patience. Instead of getting upset about its missing leg or letting the mystery hold it back, Blossom accepts the situation and goes on with joy. Like a flower slowly blooming in spring, Blossom reminds us that good things often take time, and that staying calm and hopeful is the best way to face challenges. And finally, our last comparison is going to be Sloth versus Diligence. Sloth is the sin of laziness, avoiding effort, responsibility, or real work even when you could do great things. The monster that fits this one best is the Ethereal Island Epic Wubbox. Its bio shows that once it reaches its powered up form, Epic Wubbox takes on the role of a hermetic outsider, recalling its early days as the prototype for all future Wubbox. Its asymmetrical, haphazardly arranged parts might look chaotic, but that actually hints at a disordered consciousness that prefers to stay withdrawn rather than active. Even though Epic Wubbox is a mastermind capable of rivaling even the ethereal colossal Zero, it chooses to isolate itself, hiding in a basement and spending most of its time on a computer. It moderates the MSM Discord server as well as the World Wide Web Wubnet, a virtual website for all Wubbox, only occasionally chiming in to comment cryptically on conversations. Its inactivity in the real world, rotting away in its basement, and avoiding direct interaction perfectly captures Sloth. Despite its immense potential, Ethereal Epic Wubbox prefers comfort and minimal effort over action. Its appearance, with its chaotic, mismatched moving parts, mirrors this behavior. A genius that could do anything, but instead spends its time secluded and inactive, embracing Sloth fully. Diligence. Diligence is the virtue of persistence and responsibility. It means working hard, staying committed, and using your time and talents well instead of wasting them. The monster that I think fits this one best is the Wubbox. Wubbox's bio on Wublin Island says that many monsters had suspected the truth, but it finally admitted that it was the creator of the Wublins. Inspired by memories of an otherworldly visitor, the Wubbox wanted to make a family of its own. Instead of giving up on that dream, it tapped into its elemental power of electricity and worked until it figured out how to zap monster eggs and bring its creations to life. Wubbox didn't just stop after making one or two, it kept going until it was content with the diversity and number of Wublins it had created. This shows exactly what Diligence is about. Wubbox had a goal, stuck to it, and worked hard until it was finished. Even after all that effort, it didn't abandon its creations, but instead invited its supernatural family to join it and keep living on Wublin Island. The Wubbox's persistence in building and caring for the Wublins proves that it is a monster of diligence. Those were the 7 sinful versus 7 heavenly mice-singing monsters. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.